it's Lee from coloringqueen.net, and thank you for joining me for another Floral Friday. So you can see I've already started this one because I thought it might be cheating if I just coloured the flowers for Floral Friday, if I coloured the picture, the face, etc. for Floral Friday, and you know, didn't get to the flowers or whatnot. So I started colouring it, the face and the background and the hair off camera, so that it wouldn't look like I was cheating on my Floral Friday challenge. So my Floral Friday challenge is once a month to colour in flowers. And so this month I picked out the dark fantasy picture from Emilie, Jarrige. I reviewed it the other day, and I seen this picture in there and I thought, yeah, that's the one I want to do for Floral Friday. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure about it, to be honest, but the really good thing is that I've got it as a PDF, and I can just, if I feel like it's not working, or once I finish with it, if I feel unhappy with it, I can always just print it out again. So that's the beauty of the PDFs. Also, I've got no storage space anymore, my cupboards are overflowing. I rearranged my cupboards the other day, and seriously, I've just got no space in here, and I don't even have all my colouring books in here. I've only got a few, well, a couple of hundred, but still only a few for me, and so I really don't know what I'm going to do with all my colouring books. Just got no space. This house and the room where I do my colouring is so much smaller than our previous house. I just have no room whatsoever. So I printed this out on paper that I bought from Kmart. It's a sketch paper. Now, I didn't like it for the face and the hair. I was really struggling with it. It was far too toothy, and I've done this bit and I wanted it to look, I really wanted a stone effect, but ideally I would have liked a marble effect because she reminds me of a statue, but I wasn't sure how to do that. So I've gone with this sort of sepia type look. Sorry, David called me away and I've forgotten what I was telling you. I think I was talking about the sepia sort of look. Hello, Emilie. Hello. Do you want to be in this picture too? No, don't bite me. Come on. No, don't smack me. I think I was telling you that I wanted like a sepia look for the girl, so it looked kind of stony looking, but ideally I would have liked it to be marble, but I don't know how to make that effect, and so one day I hope I'll learn how to do that marble effect, because I think that would be good. I'm finding this paper that I'm using from Kmart, I'm finding it very toothy, and I've done one or two layers on this, but I need to go back and add more and either put a blending solution in and also level up the contrast a bit, because her hair and the face is not quite the contrast that I want. But I tell you, I struggled a little bit doing the hair because I couldn't work out what was hair and what was like little things for the flowers, little stems. But I figure it doesn't really matter, you know, it's my interpretation. So sometimes I get these things way wrong and I think things are part of the hair and they turn out not to be. And then when I finish I realise what a mistake I've made. But the good thing is it's a digital download, so I can make as many mistakes. And next time I'll use different paper if I do this picture again. And I can always redo, you know, I can always have a do-over, so that's the good thing about it. But I'm hoping to get this finished over the weekend. And this paper is so toothy. I don't know why I chose it. I really don't. I think I hadn't used it for a while, so I was thinking it needs a birthday and, you know, I'll take it out and use it. But, yeah, so I've still got some strands that I thought were part of the flowers, but David reckons they're part of the hair, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Sometimes it just all whirls in for me, and I really need to get some better glasses. I've had these ones for like 10 years now, and I really need to bite the bullet and go to the optometrist and get a new test done, and I need to sharpen up this pencil and yeah, get some stronger glasses, I think, because sometimes all the little fiddly bits just twirl for me and they just all merge into one. So I hope you're all having a good day or evening whenever you're watching this. And my apologies, it's been a while since we've chatted. I've put up a few videos in the last day or so, because the reason that we haven't chatted and whatnot is I'd love to say that I've got this really super busy life and I've got a job and all the rest of it, but that's not the case. Every time it rains here, my internet connection just drops out or just dies completely, and it's ever since we've moved here to this house in Brisbane. In Sydney it was only every now and again, and it was pretty easy to fix over a day or two, but this has been, I think it's nearly 3 weeks now, where my internet connection is really intermittent. So meaning I might have a little bit of internet and it's going really good and I get all cocky and excited thinking that I've got full internet, and then after you know, an hour or so my internet is gone, or it's slowed down so much that I can't upload a video, I can't even, you know, change pictures or things like that. So it's been going on for like 3 weeks and I cannot tell you how frustrated I am. I've got so many things that I wanted to get out for you and to tell you about, and I am beyond frustrated, and I'm also really angry as well, because I pay, and not having a job, you know, everything counts, but I pay a really high amount for high-speed internet, and I always have since I've been doing things online, and I just really don't feel that we're getting, you know, the service when it's been 3 weeks and my internet is just dropping to like 0.8, so you can't upload anything with 0.8. I couldn't even change the banner in my Facebook group last week because I just didn't have enough internet connection to even change anything. So I have been using my phone as a hotspot but because of my phone plan I can't use that too much, because otherwise, you know, that's going to increase my monthly cost on that. So I've just been saving that to reply to messages and things like that, and I certainly don't have enough oomph on that to upload things to YouTube. So we promised the technician would come out a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know whether they came out or not, but anyway, nothing changed, and you know, we waited for the technician to come out. Nothing changed. And sometimes, look, it does work and you get all excited, and then, you know, within an hour it's just all over and it's back to slow as a wet week again. It's worse than dial-up internet. But anyway, so the technician came out. He didn't come and knock on the door or anything. It's, you know, I'm definitely here. I don't go anywhere. And I was expecting big changes. I was expecting it to be finished and this trauma would be over with. Because I notice that as soon as we get heavy rain, the internet just seems to shut down here. But anyway, the technician never told us anything, and the fault wasn't fixed. The whole area, everyone else has got internet. I've checked with the neighbours, and neighbours that have got the same exact what I've got, and they've got internet, so I don't understand. And so I've been on the phone with the internet provider every day for over an hour each time, and while they get us to test all different things around the house. And it's kind of a two-person job, so I usually have to wait for David to come home from work. So one of us can be talking to the technician and one of us can be, you know, moving cords and unplugging things and all the rest of it. So the other night, about 3 nights ago, what am I doing there? I thought the latest technician had actually changed it, and that it was all working. I was so excited. Like for half an hour I thought, wow, this is fantastic, I've got the internet back. And then, you know, within an hour it was all over. So then we had to go back through that every day. And of course, you know, they're still charging us for it, which I will be lodging massive complaints about. Because, as I said, I pay, you know, quite a bit, which is, I don't know what you guys pay, but I pay $100 a month to get high-speed internet. And all I've got in the last 3 weeks is worse than dial-up. I cannot do anything with it before it either dies or it just goes so slow that you're just looking at the wheels go round. So anyway, last night we were told by our provider that they're doing maintenance on the internet until the 9th of March. So I just, you know, that's another 2 weeks away, so I don't know how I'm going to cope, because I'm also looking for a job and everything is online, and you know, when you're trying to find a job and the internet won't work, or you can't look in the window, or you know, send emails or whatnot, it's all pretty inconvenient. And so my level of frustration yesterday, I think I used to do boxing years ago when I was a lot fitter, and I really wish I had some boxing gloves so I could just smash something and get my frustrations out of me. But anyway, last night the internet started to work and we were able to stream, and I was so excited because I was able to upload the video that I'd done, the review for Emilie's book Dark Fantasy that this picture is from, and I was super excited that I might be able to get done some of the things, you know, that I had planned in my mind. So this morning, of course, when I, you know, wanted to get some things uploaded, the internet was back to being slow, and now it's been intermittent all day. But the good thing is that it's actually been faster than what it has been for the last few weeks. So I was able to log into my website, was able to answer some messages from my computer rather than my phone, and what else was I able to do? Oh, I was able to upload some videos. So even though it was pretty slow, at least it was something. So I'll definitely be complaining. I want to see how it goes over the next few days, and see if you know, it's restored back to a semblance of what it used to be. But we'll see. But the thing is, every time it rains, the internet just goes haywire. I don't mean sort of sprinkly rain, I mean storms, which we've had quite a lot of in the suburb where I live, but in suburbs a few kilometres away they haven't seemed to have had the same sort of storms. And the box for the internet out the front, it's in the ground, and it's in like a little ditch of the ground, and every time it rains the whole box thing fills up with water. So because this is just driving me insane not having my normal internet, I'm so frustrated and cranky and everything. I went out the other day and I puddled out all of the water into a bucket, thinking that maybe that's something to do with it, but all those parts in the box, they should be all fully sealed, so I don't see how that could be affecting it. But it made me feel like I was at least achieving something towards this goal of restoring my internet. And the other thing is, I wanted to change my phone, but my phone is on the same plan as the internet, and I don't really want to change my phone if they can't deliver the service on my internet. I don't want to sign up for another phone plan and, you know, be stuck. So I've been putting off getting a new phone, which I really need because I broke mine, and it's really difficult to make a phone call. And not only that, it's getting really hard to use in general. It's so old and decrepit. But so we'll see how all of that goes. But that's the reason that I haven't been here. It's not because I don't want to or I'm too busy. It's because I've been sitting here frustrated with the inability to get a service that I'm paying for every month to work as it should. So while it's working today, I've done some videos and I've uploaded them, and they've uploaded to YouTube, so I'm feeling a little bit confident that maybe you know, tomorrow that it'll still be working properly. I hope so, because in our colouring group I've, you know, haven't been very active because I'm doing everything off the phone and I've got a cracked screen on it. It's really hard to see, and I've missed people's birthdays and I feel terrible. And also, you know, I just haven't done what I normally do, which really bothers me. I like very much having my own little system and doing, you know, the things that I've promised people or said that I would do. So it really bothers me when I'm not able to do that, and especially for something that I have zero control over. So I am a little bit of a control freak, maybe quite a lot of a control freak. But in this case I don't think I'm being unreasonable. Like I'm paying $100 a month for a service that's not being provided as it should be, as in high speed. And I'm getting a service that's like equivalent to dial up, like when the internet first came out. And in fact, it's slower. And all the speed tests that I've done, tell me that it's slower. But the funny thing is, like, whenever you ring up for these things, or you need to get in contact with the people, to do it, you have to get on the internet to do it. And when your internet's barely working, that makes it really, really hard. So initially I didn't like this paper that I printed this out on. This is not the paper that's in Emilie's physical book. I've got the digital book, and I printed it out on this Kmart paper. And initially I didn't like it because on the hair and the background it just seems so toothy. But now doing the flowers, it seems, I don't know, not as toothy. I don't know. But I'm hoping it'll look alright once I go in and, add a bit more to the background and blend it out and fix up the hair and blend out the body and whatnot. I'm hoping it'll look okay. But I can always do it again. Some of these things I'm really not sure if they should be flowers or leaves, but colouring is about doing what you want to do, I think, so it doesn't have to be realistic. So to me, this might be a leaf or it might be a flower, but it's going to be a flower for me. Because that's the way I want it to look. And I've got Miss Emilie sitting beside me. I think you've seen her have a little sword fight with me before. She's not very happy because I've been trying to get through all the filming, and she's wanted to be in it, of course, and I keep moving her, so she's not happy. I've been thinking today, it's in April. I got Emilie, if you're new to the channel, my birthday is on April the 11th, and I've wanted a cat for years and years and years. I've had cats previously, and David has always promised me a cat for my birthday. So last year I put my little tiny feet down and I said to David I really wanted a cat for my birthday. And he said, I wanted a kitten. And he said, pick one out and, we'll get it for your birthday. So I looked at kittens at the vets and whatnot, and the more I thought about it, with Charlie being 14 years old, who's my little puppy that sits under me all the time, I thought maybe a kitten is not the best idea for him. It might be too much for him, so then I thought I might get a cat. And I know what David's like if I don't pick something out for my birthday, I won't get it. I'm still waiting for things from 15 years ago. So I knew that I had to pick something for my birthday. Anyway, I decided that I'd get a cat, and I looked on the rescue sites, and of course I seen Miss Emilie, and I just fell in love with her little frowny face. Like, she has got such a cranky little frowny face. I thought it was just adorable. So we picked her up the day before my birthday on the 10th, and she's estimated to be 4 years old, but because she's a rescue, we don't really know what day her birthday is. And like Charlie, we know his birthday because I seen him being born. We had his mummy and daddy. And so Emilie, I thought we should have a little birthday for her. But I don't know if it should be the date that we picked her up and she came home with us, or if she should share a birthday with me, which I'm happy to share with her, or if it should be something else completely different. So I'm thinking something else different, because Charlie's birthday is December the 27th and David's is in November, mine's in April. So I was thinking something maybe mid-year so we could spread out the gifts. Because she will get a present, and Charlie gets presents too. And so I don't know if anyone's got any ideas on how to choose a cat's birthday. I'd be interested to hear. But if we do go with the 10th for her birthday, that will be Good Friday this year, so I guess she can have a fishy little present. So we'll see. I don't think she cares either way. Oh, really? She's hard to buy for. She doesn't like a lot of things, and then you throw a sticky note or something on the floor and she wants to play with that for hours, but doesn't want to play with any of the toys that you buy her. Every time I buy her a toy, it's just a waste of money. I should buy her a door, because we've got a wooden back door, and that and the couch, she's absolutely shredded them. She must wait until we're gone and just scratch them, and she has so many scratching posts and all the rest of it, but she loves to scratch at that door, and she's made such a mess of it. I'm going to have to sand it to get all the scratch marks out of it. And not hand sand. I'm going to have to get the mouse sander onto it and give it a good power up. But it's just about to rain here again, so you might hear it in the background. And all of this rain has been so good for the garden, but not so much for the actual walking around the garden. It's like a mud bath. I'm wondering what would happen if I put neon pink down just slightly. I wonder what would happen, what that would look like. I often have these little thoughts of, I wonder what would happen, so we'll just see. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I've only put a bit on anyway. So I hope you're having a good day. I'd love to hear what you're up to. If my internet is working, I'll be posting my new releases later on over the weekend, my monthly list of books that take my fancy. I'll also be posting my colouring challenge for 2020. So I've been wanting to post this for a while. So it's just things that I want to colour through 2020 or different ways, and putting it out there so I can be a bit accountable. Like Floral Friday is actually about me trying to improve or just do flowers, because sometimes, unless I have a reason for doing something, sometimes I just don't do them. I find other things to do instead, and I've always got a lot of things that I'm trying to work on or do or learn about or things like that. So think it's really made much difference. Maybe if we put more on. It is very neon-y. I might try this pink. This one's hot pink. That might have been what I was wanting more of, rather than the neon pink. Yeah, so I hope everyone is doing well and that you're having a lovely weekend. This rain and the storm that's about to brew, it's been a lot of thunder while I've been filming and whatnot. But it's still incredibly humid, so I have the fan going very low in the background. My fingers are going to sleep for some reason. Probably because I'm sitting a while away from the camera. So this goes back to that whole, I want a new phone to film on. And I broke my tripod, so it's been broken for months now. But I can't get a new tripod until I know which phone I'm getting. So I just am making do with the broken tripod that I've got sort of held together with bits of string and whatnot. And but because it's broken, I have to sit really far away, and it's so hard to colour this far away. But that's okay. It'll get there. It's just a work in progress, you know. But I'm loving this book of Emilie's. And I must get better at watercolour, because I've got her watercolour book. I think it's her second one that I've got in watercolour. And I really would like to get good at watercolour, or just even, know more than what I currently know. There's some really good tutorials on YouTube, of course, like there's Christy Partridge, and she's got some good tutorials, and she's also got a Patreon where you can learn more, and Julia Speary, who does the colouring book, she's also got some great stuff on watercolours, and there's also some fabulous YouTubers that do great stuff on watercolours. Emilie does Sakuems that designed this page. She does amazing watercolours. And she's got a real organic style. It's really free-flowing, and it just looks so natural when she does it. Whereas when I do it, it looks really forced, like I'm terrified that the paper's going to go into meltdown, or that it's just going to all blob together. So I guess it's a matter of practice, like with all things. Anyway, I might leave that there, because I want to make sure that this can upload. The video actually can be uploaded, and that I'll have an internet connection for it. But what I'll work on is I'll fix up the hair and her skin, because it needs to be all blended out. And I think I'll probably add some white dots into these flowers, and smooth out the background and whatnot. I might add a bit more green to her eyes, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've still got quite a bit to do, but I'm worried that the video won't upload to YouTube because my internet connection won't last. So we'll see. I'll upload this and we'll see how we go. And until next time, thank you for joining me today, and until next time, happy colouring.